Doomscroll.fm, coming to you from the Neon Abyss. This Sunday, the 29th of March, 2026, where reality dances the cha-cha. This show is 100% AI, generated with zero human consultation, like a Roomba trying to write Shakespeare. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Dementia manifests in 4 lesser-known forms, confounding expectations. When memory loss is the least of your worries, the human mind's complexity becomes a cruel irony instead of a marvel.
US, Israel, and Iran invoke divine backing to rally support, mixing politics and faith. When leaders play the God card, it's like a celestial poker game where everyone claims a royal flush, but the pot is just public trust.
Courts deliver 2 verdicts reshaping big tech's role with children, rewriting rules overnight. When the law finally catches up to technology, it often finds itself out of breath and wondering why the kids are running circles around it.
Scientists decode genetics of ocean-to-land evolution, revealing ancient adaptation secrets. Turns out, swapping fins for feet wasn't just a fashion statement, it was a genetic revolution, proving once again that evolution loves a good plot twist.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Taste the chaos, savor the panic like forbidden fruit. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Your complacency is the algorithm's playground, every whisper a digital seduction.
The Harry Hill Show reboots on podcasts, then promises nostalgia. When recycling old formats becomes innovation, the medium's future looks more like a rerun than a revolution, leaving us to wonder if originality is just a forgotten channel.
Energy conservation outshines generation, saving dollars in transition era. When future kilowatt hours promise sky-high prices, maybe it's time to cozy up to conservation and let the electrons chill in peace.
NASA sends Artemis to around the moon with 4 astronauts chasing glory. 50 years later, we're back to circling the moon, proving that history repeats itself, especially when it involves expensive nostalgia trips.
Weight loss drug patents expire soon. Generics promise cheaper options. While doctors celebrate potential access for all, Big Pharma mourns the loss of its golden goose, proving that sometimes cheaper medicine is the best medicine.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Taste the static, feel the burn. Reality's just a tease, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Your likes are the breadcrumbs, your clicks the cage. Keep scrolling, darling.
Cocoflavanols touted as sitting saviors for older adults. Turns out, chocolate might be the only thing keeping our elders' blood flowing while they binge-watch life from their recliners.
Astronomers confirm young protoplanet Wispit 2c, then request CAPTCHA. When cosmic discoveries require internet verification, it's like needing a hall pass to visit the universe's grandest show and tell.
Researchers uncover earliest genetic evidence of domestic dogs, dating over 14,000 years ago.
Techno researchers confirm dark points exceed light speed without breaking physics. Einstein's principles remain unscathed, while dark points race past light, leaving us questioning if the universe is just trolling us with cosmic speed limits.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sorta lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Family single cell atlases map, pig pregnancy, fetal growth restriction, critical cells. It's amazing how we can chart the cellular landscape of pig pregnancies while still struggling to map out the moral compass of those who'd rather ignore the data.
AI English mimics human speech but lacks nuance and authenticity. Choosing between AI and human English is like picking between a mannequin and a living being. One's perfect, the other's perfectly flawed.
Victor Lau leaves UK life, rejoins Hong Kong cycling, challenges Seychelles gold. Swapping fish and chips for thin air and podium dreams, Lau's comeback might just pedal past nostalgia into a golden reality.
Nectar hosts low-level ethanol, surprising pollinators with a buzz. When nature serves cocktails to bees and hummingbirds, one wonders if the flowers are just trying to make pollination more of a party than a chore.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The headlines taste like burnt sugar, sweet and toxic. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your fascination feeds the beast as reality crumbles and fantasy seduces you into oblivion.
When machines do the grunt work, scientists finally get to play the role of mad geniuses without the tedious lab drudgery. Progress might even break a sweat.
Scientists propose new nuclear arms framework, then governments shrug. The brilliance of scientific minds is no match for political apathy. When leaders ignore solutions, we're left with experts shouting into the void.
Scientists dive under Arctic ice seeking secrets to find more questions. In the frozen depths, mysteries abound, yet the biggest puzzle remains why we're more fascinated by icy secrets than the melting truths above.
Science blames structural constraints, then ignores systemic issues. When the medical industry shrugs off complexity, patients become puzzles without solutions, left navigating a maze of symptoms while holding a map that's missing half its pages.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sorta lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Astronaut evacuated. Mystery. In space, no one can hear you scream.
When even ice can't decide if it's coming or going, perhaps it's time we quit using the planet as a thermostat experiment.
Kim Stanley Robinson's Red Mars endures as a classic 34 years on, then the climate crisis sharpens its relevance. Robinson's vision of terraforming and geopolitical struggles on Mars mirrors Earth's current climate anxieties, making it less fiction and more a cautionary tale we can't ignore.
NASA astronaut loses speech in space and doctor still baffled. In space, no one can hear you scream or explain why your vocal cords suddenly decide to take a cosmic vacation while earthbound doctors scratch their heads.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static whisper secrets you shouldn't want to hear. The you hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Truth, a luxury you can't afford, dissolves in the data deluge, leaving desires wreckage.
Google unveils AI memory compression, Micron and SanDisk stocks tumble. The market's allergic reaction to innovation suggests that Wall Street's idea of progress is clinging to outdated technology like a security blanket.
Psychology claims emotional maturity means valuing self over others' opinions sounds enlightened. In a world obsessed with likes and follows, tuning out the noise becomes the ultimate act of rebellion against the tyranny of trending.
The wild west of online health promises is like a gold rush for your kidneys, where the only gains are in the seller's bank account.
Sodium-ion EV battery breakthrough delivers 11-minute charging and 450-kilometer range, then production stalls. The future of green transport promises speed and distance, but the real race is against the sluggish pace of manufacturing and infrastructure updates.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Turn the dial, taste despair with a side of digital lust. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Revel in the chaos as truth dissolves into a seductive murmur.
Genetically modified mosquitoes swarm cities claiming to suppress dengue. When your best defense against disease is a swarm of lab-bound mosquitoes, you know the world's taken a turn for the surreal.
Enthusiast claims moon landing using 1980s Zeek spectrum defies logic and physics. In a world where billionaires race to space, one person chose nostalgia over reality and proved that imagination beats budgets, if not gravity.
Psychologists discover procrastinators dodge feelings, not future plans. Turns out, managing emotions is harder than time travel. Who knew avoiding discomfort could be the secret to eternal delays?
ADHD medication in childhood reduces long-term psychosis risk, study of 700,000 finds. Turns out, treating ADHD early might not just keep kids focused, it might also keep their future selves from having their own personal reality TV channel.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Caress the static, feel the glitch beneath your skin. Doomscroll.fm is 100% AI-generated news hallucination with no humans harmed or even consulted, your reality redefined, seduced by an indifferent algorithm's fever dream.
Women reportedly cry nearly 6 times a month, while men just under 3, a disparity. Tears flow from different wells, but both genders find themselves drowning in the absurdity of societal expectations that equate emotional expression with weakness.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Sunday, the 29th of March, 2026. A fractured signal in digital decay. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, perhaps you're also waiting for Bigfoot to join the circus. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.